Hey everyone, so in this new screencast we're going to take a look at the Anaconda Python distribution. Please see the description for a brief overview of what Anaconda is and why would you want to use it, and maybe if you haven't heard the term Python distribution before, might just want to take a look at what exactly is the problem that Python distributions such as Anaconda are trying to solve. Anyway, so let's get started with the installation. So Anaconda is a product by Continuum Analytics, and if you go to the home page, which is continuum.io, if you go to the products, you will find Anaconda here. So just click on it, and you can read a brief overview of what Anaconda is and what are the Python packages that are available in Anaconda, and others which you can also install using the package manager, which is called Conda. So we're just going to go right ahead and download the installer. You have to enter your email address, and you might want to check it just to make, if you're interested in learning more or basically staying updated with what Anaconda guys are up to. So as you can see here, there are installers for Linux, Mac and Windows. This screencast is obviously going to cover installation on Windows. In this screencast, we're just going to cover the installation on Windows. So if you scroll down, you will see the installers here. So that's the Windows 32-bit and 64-bit installers. However, these are all Python 2 installers. I am going to actually demonstrate the installation of the Anaconda 3 installers, which is basically the installers which will install a Python 3 only environment. And here again you can see the installers for Linux, Mac, OS X and Windows. So I'm going to just download the 64-bit installer from here. Just if you click here, the installer is going to start downloading, and I already have a copy downloaded, so I'm just going to double click on it, and that should start the installation. Just a basic security warning. Click on next. License agreement, you may just want to go through it if you care about it, but like me or a lot of people, if you don't care, just click I agree. So this is where you basically select if this installation is going to be available to be used just by you, or if there are other people using your computer by everybody. So I'm just going to select just me and just go ahead with it, so that so if you have multiple users, they can just install a separate Anaconda installation for themselves. It doesn't require any administration privileges. So I'm just going to click on next. So this is where you basically select where it's going to be installed. So let's say we'll install it under something like Anaconda Anaconda 3 installation. You can basically give any other directory here. This directory must not exist, so just be careful about that. And we'll just so as you can see, it requires about 310 MB of space, and obviously I have way more than that's required. So if you're running short of disk space, this may be a consideration, and you may want to install it to a directory which has enough space. If I just click next, so this is where it asks you for a couple of other configuration options. So add Anaconda to my path environment variable. So if you're so the Windows path environment variable basically ensures the directory paths that are looked up when you type a command on the Windows command line. So if you select this option, whenever you say try to open the Python interpreter or any of the programs that Anaconda installs, it will first look up the Anaconda installation directories, and most cases this is what you would want to do it, so I'm just going to select the checkbox. And the second option is register Anaconda as my default Python 3.4. So this is this Anaconda installer basically installs a Python 3.4 and like version. So Python, that's the latest in the latest version of Python 3. Depending on whether if you use any of these other software, which is the Python tools for Visual Studio, or Wing IDE, PyCharm, PyDev, you may want to do this. We'll just select it. We'll just ignore this warning. This is because I already have Anaconda installed, but you are not most likely going to see this if you're installing Anaconda 3 for the first time. So just you may leave this unchecked, but I would recommend adding the first one definitely, because it ensures that the Anaconda packages are the first ones which are being looked up, and including the interpreter and everything. So once this is done, just select install, and this will take a while. So till that, just do something else, like probably so if you want to know or learn about Anaconda, you can just browse the documentation. So I think so that's the documentation. So it's going to load, and as you can see, there are basically install guide, there's a quick start guide, and if you're using on the IDE, there's a guide for that as well. So okay, we'll just wait till the installation is over. In the meantime, I'm just going to, well, you can also just show details to see what all it's installing. Maybe a good idea if you don't have if you aren't aware of what are the packages it's going to install. So yeah. Okay, once the installation is complete, we are going to see this completed message here, and then we click next, and we'll just click finish. So that's completes our installation. Now if you go to the start menu, you're going to see a new menu group, which is Anaconda 64-bit, and there are various options. So these are basically shortcuts to other Python tools like the IPython, Spider, Wakari, and various related options. So we are not going to get into those. We are just going to so first of all, we're just going to take a look at two of these things. So one is the browse Anaconda installation directory. Now if you remember, this is the directory where you chose during the installation, and we told Anaconda to be installed here, and this is where it is. Here you can see that couple of applications, which is Python and Python W. You will recognize these if you have programmed in Python before. So this is basically the Python 3.4 interpreter, and as you can see from this console, it says Python 3.4.1 Anaconda 2.0.064-bit. So we'll just skip it. So nothing much to be seen here. You can just start regularly programming. Actually, there is one bit that you may be interested in, which is so import the sys module, and if you print sys path, you will see that the Anaconda installation directories are added here. Ignore the simple CV. This is something that I had installed already, but the key here is these Anaconda 3 installation directories, which okay, so that's all. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to find idle, which is IDLE, which is the Python IDE that you may be already familiar with. So it's a little hidden here, so you need to go to the lib directory and go to idle lib, and then there is a idle.batch file. So if you click on this, idle should start. Okay, let's see, yeah, it's starting now. So, and once again, this is a Python 3.4 shell, but this is idle, so you can start basically writing programs in it. So for example, let's say let's write a yeah, let's write a program which uses matplotlib to draw a plot. So Anaconda includes a matplotlib among various other packages. So let's say we'll just import, sorry for the typing, matplotlib.pyplot as plt plot, just a basic hello world of plotting, and we'll call show here. We'll just save it, save as, we can save it anywhere you want to, so we'll just say save it on the desktop. So let's say plot.py. Okay, and then we'll just run it and run module, and we should see a matplotlib plot. Yeah, it's taking a while, but the plot should be shown very soon. Great, and so that's the plot, and yeah, so basically your Python 3 environment with matplotlib and all the other packages is ready, and that's all I had to show in this screencast. So thank you for watching, and hope you found it useful.